Hello viewers, it's Cynthia Michael from Scary Review, bringing you a new podcast on my channel called the Boruto Review. Like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breathe too hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain your adult language. Now, if you're over 18, that means you get to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this and everything else out of the way, let's get into the latest episode of Boruto. So basically, So it starts off like this. We see Karaki and one Hime in the class, and turns out that Sensei Hanaba has a special plan for tomorrow's class. Turns out they're going on a trial mission. So basically, he had each everybody come out and pick from a box and which team they're going to be on. And basically, Karaki got stuck with what Hanaba, Hana, the girl with the insect from Chino's insect clan, and Hime got stuck with the princess. He got stuck with the princess and Souza, and that girl Souza who told about the scary wonders and shit like that. So basically, once class let out, one team would say that, since I'm going to be on the princess team, I can help you take the tab from her. So basically, Karaki made it clear that, he doesn't really want Hime to be too involved with his mission to protect the princess from threats. And basically he made it clear, basically hesitate to say that, don't worry, I got it on my chair, I don't need your help. And basically he really took the hit and whatnot. So basically the next day, they all went to the Hidden Leaf Forest, to do their trading mission session. So basically everybody divided into the groups and whatnot. So basically, turns out that Karaki's group, turns out that Cell and Hana, Henry, I think it's pronounced Henry, but I'm sorry I pronounced these names wrong, please forgive me. Henry and Cell decided to, since Karaki was older and much more, they figured that since Karaki is older, much more powerful and whatnot, they decided to make him leader of the team and whatnot. So basically, the first thing was to walk up a tree using their chakra. So basically to get some flags and whatnot. So basically, Karaki started off the match, and basically during the first event, he was keeping his eyes on the princess who was using her chakra to walk up the tree, and she almost fell. So basically, Karaki was about to save her, but luckily that Hime was there and basically, had the princess back from falling, and she continued on with the event. As for Karaki's team, was kind of pissed off that after the event was over, they came in last place, and basically Henry and Sarah was pissed at Karaki for not being focused on that event. Then the next event was them doing kunais at a target. So basically, seemed like Karaki was up, so basically it seems like Karaki was up first to do some kunais at the target, but he saw something moving in the bushes where the princess was at, during her kunais at the target. So basically, turns out it was just a rabbit that just popped out of the bushes. So basically, Karaki thought that figured that it might be some type of assassin hiding in the bushes, but it was just a rabbit. a rabbit. So once again, you know, they came in, Kawaki team came in last place, and Hanyu got mad. Hanyu and Cell got mad, and basically started to manhandle and started to, started to beat up Karaki like this man, like swinging around like he was a rag doll. For once again putting them in last place. Him being distracted, keeping the eye on the princess, just really pissing them off. So anyway, the next challenge was to make it was lunchtime. So the next challenge was to make a simple. They got the cat vibes and make some simple curry. So basically, Karaki was basically, during this challenge, he was to make simple curry. So basically, he was too distracted, keeping the eyes on the princess and overhearing the princess conversation. That Sarah said that I think that Ikai it might have a crush on you, because it's pretty obvious that Ikai does have a crush on the princess and whatnot. So basically, Karaki overheard this conversation, not really paying attention. He figured that, there might be someone trying to kill the princess, but he pulled him to the side because he was making a scene in front of Zelda and the princess, and he may say that nobody in our class, no boy in our class is trying to kill the princess. No, so just saying that that Ikai is the one who has a crush on the princess. So basically, blah blah blah. So basically, Karaki. So basically, turns out that Hanri used her interest to bring Karaki to her and Hanryu decided to say, Karaki, you've been doing a terrible job in this event lately, and you've been a terrible team leader. So basically, me and Hanyu decided that Hanyu will be team leader. So basically, there was still, Karaki, Karaki did felt a little bad that even though his job is to watch the princess, he did felt a little bad that that he kind of did let his team down, even though he, in his own way, he did felt kind of bad and whatnot. And still, despite all the letdowns, Hanryu and Cell still make the curry without him, and decide to let things be bygones and whatnot. So basically, Karaki was surprised, even though they pissed off, they still pissed off, and they still treated him with some respect, and gave him gave him some of the curry that he made. So basically, after the curry making, it turns out the princess had got a note from someone to meet her at some tree somewhere in the forest. So basically, Wadahime told Karaki that the princess is missing, and basically, Karaki went off to find the princess. Basically, so they asked around and basically found, and went to go, they asked around which way did the princess fit and whatnot. So basically, it turns out the boy, Ryu Asa, I think it's One Asa, I believe. If I'm pronouncing his name wrong, please forgive me. One Asa is that boy who makes these sweets and whatnot. And basically, we saw him running from something, and basically, one also said, bumped into Karaki and Hime. It's like, he said that, I was trying to ask the princess from some advice about my new candy I've been making. So basically, I asked her to meet me at this big tree in the forest, and there, on my way there, I saw the spider there. heading to heading towards the tree, heading towards the tree where the princess is. So basically, turned out that Hime was already there at the location already, and basically, her and the princess saw the fire there and started to run. Turned out this bird can actually beat fire. So basically, the animals in the Naruto world, it's just strange. So you got a real bear that can breathe fire. So anyway, basically one Ashi and Karaki, like, bring your punk ass on, we're gonna say the princess. So basically, the princess, meanwhile the princess and Hime was running from the fire there until Hana Sensei showed up and basically used her wind style jutsu to distract the beer and make the beer, like, it said, I will keep the bear busy. You two go to safety. So basically, the princess tripped over a tree rod, and basically, so basically she couldn't walk or something like that. Sprained her leg and shit. So basically, one hero had to carry her to safety and whatnot. So basically, Hana Sensei was holding her own against the fire bear with her wind style jutsu. So basically, one hero and the princess met up with one OC and basically and Karaki. So basically, one hero told her about the situation about Hana Sensei fighting this fire bear by herself and whatnot. So basically, Karaki said, "No, you know what? I'm gonna help Sensei out with that fire bear." So basically, Hana Sensei was holding her own against the fire bear until Karaki showed up. And basically, Karaki just manhandled the bear, just kicking it and punching it into a stone wall, and basically the bear got knocked out unconscious after being punched into the stone wall, and part of the stone wall kind of fell on the fire bear, and basically the fire bear was basically unconscious. Ron Oji was so impressed at Karaki, he decided to, no more, I'm gonna be a scary cat no more. I'm gonna be brave just like you, Karaki. And Karaki was like, alright, whatever. So anyway, things were so basically, so the day was set. So basically, the last event was just a relay, and basically this time, Karaki just figured that, I'm gonna get my focus on this last event. He had been doing a good job keeping tabs on the princess. So basically, Karaki is like, I was kind of worried about not letting Hime help me out during my mission to attack the princess. So basically, I'm just going to, do this last event, for my team and win this. So basically, he won this relay race for his team, and Hanryu were surprised that, why did you? So basically, why did you display this type of determination before? So basically, it was like, giving Karaki crap over, why didn't you display this type of determination before, with such a and whatnot. So basically, Juan Ashi, I'm just gonna call him Juan. So basically, Juan gave the princess, some of his new sweets, and basically Karaki had one. He tasted one of this case, it was poison. So basically, that was so basically, Juan wanted to ask the princess about what do you think about his new sweets that he made, and the princess and Karaki said these new sweets that he made are good and they look beautiful. So basically, So basically, during this whole trial testing mission, the princess team won and got these medals, and basically, like Karaki was like, you know what, maybe, and like we're talking to him, like, maybe you're right, maybe I could use your help, maybe I should, this thing taught me that, maybe I should allow you to help me guard the princess. So basically, Juan was over Karaki after seeing him beat up that fire bear, and saying that and started calling Karaki senpai and whatnot. And basically, the episode ended with Karaki staring at Juan. Staring at Juan. It's like being annoyed about Juan calling Karaki senpai, and basically that's how that episode ended on that note. So anyway, this was a good episode of Boruto. So basically, Karaki learned a very important lesson that sometimes people do need help, do need help doing certain tasks and whatnot. And so basically, this was a good episode. Anyway, signing off. What do you guys think? 1.